What's up y'all, Jmaculate here. In today's video, I'll go over how to sequence the 1010 Blackbox entirely through an external device over MIDI. And why sequence the Blackbox externally? It's a great compact sampler, but its lack of dedicated buttons for things like step sequencing or playing pads expressively makes it a little bit difficult to work with just in the box. And the internal sequencer can be challenging to work with because of the touchscreen. However, the MIDI configuration for external sequencing is quick and easy to set up, so let's check it out. To control the Blackbox over MIDI, you can use either a MIDI cable with the proper Type B TRS adapter, or use a USB cable since the Blackbox can receive MIDI through the USB-A port on the back of the device. Here I'll use a USB cable. So I'll connect it from the back of the Blackbox to the device that I want to handle the sequencing, the Sonicware Lo-Fi 12 XT. There are two modes to control the Blackbox over MIDI. The first is the global in mode. This allows you to use a MIDI channel to control many features like triggering sequences, arming recordings, and selecting pads. I won't cover every feature of global in here, but to highlight the main function of our use case, we can use the global in channel to trigger different pads on the Blackbox through a single MIDI channel. You can set the global in to be a specific MIDI channel on the Tools page. From here, select MIDI, and the global in channel setting is right at the top. In addition to having a single channel set as the global in, you can also set this to Omni to have all channels trigger the global controls. However, this will exclude channels that you assign to specific pads, which I'll go over how to do in a little bit. For now, I'll keep this on 1. So let's record in a drum pattern using the global in channel. On the Lo-Fi 12 XT, I have track 1 sending MIDI notes out on channel 1, so I just need to scroll through the octaves on the keyboard mode to find the notes that will trigger those pads, which are notes 36 to 51. Okay, I found the notes, so let's record in a sequence on the Lo-Fi 12 XT. So that's using the global in mode. The other mode to control the Blackbox over MIDI is setting a pad to be controlled by a specific MIDI channel. Each pad can be assigned a MIDI channel, and pads can also share a MIDI channel. This will make it so that notes sent to that pad will play the sample chromatically, or if you have slice mode enabled on the pad, it'll play the slices. I have a slice sample on this pad, so I'll change the MIDI in channel of this by going to the pad's config settings, then changing the MIDI in setting to channel 2. On the Lo-Fi 12 XT, I have track 2 set to send MIDI notes on channel 2. So now when I press keys on track 2, the slices on the Blackbox will play. And just like before, it's easy to record a sequence. This mode also works well for samples you want to play chromatically, like a bass sample. The Blackbox can also receive Midi CC or control change commands. So if your device can send Midi CCs in a recorded sequence, you can control various parameters of a pad, like pitch or filter. To set up a parameter to be controlled by a Midi CC, you have to go to the info page of that pad, then select the parameter, and then press info again to get to the mod page for that parameter. So here I'm adjusting the mod settings for the pitch of my snare sample. Now I'll press the Learn button, and then I'll send a Midi CC message using the control I want it linked to. And now when I parameter lock a CC command into the sequence using the control I mapped, the Blackbox will receive the command and adjust the parameter on that note at that step. So for example, I can parameter lock the snare on step 13 to have a lower pitch. So that's how you can use an external sequencer to sequence all the sounds on the Blackbox. The global and MIDI channel is great for drum kit style pad playback, and the per pad MIDI settings can be useful for playing samples chromatically or for playing slices back. Plus, the Midi CCs can give you more ways to control your sound in your sequence. Well, that does it for this video. Thanks for watching, see you next time.